And hello from Whitby. And hello from hubby. Are you not going to do a ghost impersonation for me? Oh. Hey guys, can you just give me 1 second? I've got to go get my crystal. I always wear it for extra protection. I think you need to say hello to your little boy. I did say hello to him before.
Oh, goodness.
Oh. Yes, you want Daddy to say hello, don't you? Oh, he's shaking.
Oh, you never had these problems when he was younger? Now he's old.
Older now, he's got decoration inside. No, you're not putting him on Prozac.
Robbie. Robbie. Come here. Robbie. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Now, what is it? How old is he? 92. Oh,
Hello, I'm back. Just going to get my crystal. I wear my crystal with these ones. Just an extra layer of protection. And an extra. It also helps enhance things. Also sometimes get tangled up with other things. Oh well. Oh, here we go. Look, all tangled up with another necklace. How is everyone? I woke up and and if you're still watching Sophie, no. Remember, I don't wake up looking like this. The only reason my hair's like this is I went to sleep with it wet. I woke up about 10 minutes before I went on Sophie's channel before, and so there we go. That'll do. Hello and welcome to a not quite the Friday the 13th spooky special. It's not quite Friday and it's not quite the 13th. They're always fun. Anne, hi Anne, Fern Robin Blank, Carter Mancy, Craig Dixon, how is Clara today? A Spirit Beyond the Stars, hi my darling. Neptune's other daughter, hello. I've been trying to find an address of something that I don't know if it exists anymore. It was an old theatre in Perth called the Chunyat or Chunyao or something, but I'll find it another time. Anyway, I've got a few things already. Craig asked me to look up a place on the Pacific Coast Highway in California, and I've got that ready to go. Then there's the St. Francis Hotel. Somebody asked me about that in San Francisco. And then Katie, light worker, she gave me something to look at in Shawnee, a theatre called the Ritz Theatre. Interesting. Like, a lot of these places, there's usually a lot of photos. There's no photos of this one. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a prayer of protection for all of us. Universal Spirit and guides of the highest truth and compassion, please place a sphere of protective white light around all of those represented here, and all of those who come to join us, including myself, my husband, and our fur babies. I ask that this sphere of protective white light keep negative energy and ill intent at bay. Okay. Universal Spirit and guides of the highest truth. Okay, before we start with the housekeeping, I'm not going to, somebody suggested I look at the Kremlin. I'm not going to, simply because I don't bloody well want to. I might look at it at another time, but in this stage, it's just no. I'm not going to go add any energy to that place. I won't do any readings on any places in Ukraine, okay? This is about enjoyment, fun, looking at some places, and you know, so yeah. But if you have a place, I've already got a couple of suggestions. I might do the Ukraine one day, but do the Kremlin one day, but not today. If you have a suggestion of a place, please write it down. And I've got 3 ready to go. Have you heard of that Chinese theatre in Perth? Chum Yat Theatre or something like that? No. What about the Treasury building? You know, it's been converted into a luxury hotel or something. It's $600 a night. Is that supposed to be haunted?
Spend a lot of money on that.
Yeah, but is that supposed to be haunted? No, don't know. Oh, he's supposed to know all about Perth. Federal Blank, Cardomancy, Craig, Ann Simpson, hello. You grandma, hi. Hello, my darlings. And everyone else who's watching. Of course, all my lovely lurkers, thank you. And anyone who watches later on, thank you. I do appreciate it. I really do. And, you know, I appreciate your taking time to watch, you know, and time to come out and enjoy it. Now, as you know, I use, I have another screen here, and I bring up these locations on Google Maps. If there's images of the places, I will go in and have a look. And I ask for to be just guided to the energy of the place. Sometimes I will get information. I do use cards to interpret it about people or someone who might be there. Quite often I'll get flashes of what they might feel or see people in these places. And that's how I work with it. Hi, I'm Steve. So glad to see you here. Yeah. And yeah. And so it's using the images and, you know, and just using the energy, reading the energy of the place and using the cards to help me guide. And sometimes I do get a feeling. Sometimes I do get a feeling of what other people might see or feel, or, you know, I might get a flash of something across my eye that someone might see while they're there. I don't aim to talk to anyone who's dead. I'm not a medium, okay? It's very rare. Like when I was doing the SES headquarters in Townsville, I got quite a lot of detail there. But the thing is that I used to go there every week. I was a member of the at Castle Hill. I was a member of the SES there, and I knew that building well. So I wasn't surprised that I got a lot more detail about that building and about who might be there than I do normally. So, yeah. But anyway, just the information. That's how I work with these. Yes, I do have the candelabra. Hello. I'm wondering if I should name him. What should I name the candelabra? He's got a few faces, you know. Georges. And then lots of Georges. How about we call him Georges? And of course, we've got Harvey Yorick here because I used to get mixed up between calling him Harvey and Yorick. So I just call him Harvey Yorick now. Hi, Kelly. How are you? So we'll call the candelabra Georges and Harvey Yorick. They always come along for the ride. And this is in the spirit of good intentions, fun, and respect for the history of a place as well. So, yeah. But has anyone got Yeah. So anybody else have a place they want me to check out? I've got 3 places lined up. And of course I do share the screen so you can see what I'm looking at. Which one first? I'm going to start with the one you asked me for, the Pacific Palisades place. It's not letting anything you put in. What do you mean, Neptune's other daughter? I tell you what, my dear, if a comment isn't working, if the comment isn't working and won't let you put it in, just send me a quick email. I can have a quick look. And yeah. Oh, thank you, Dan Orshaw. How are you? Thank you very much for that. Those contributions really are appreciated. Thank you. So the Tower of London, I've actually been there. I know a lot about the history of the place. I know a lot about who's to. So that's too familiar. I'm not. I want this on Mcgowathy Beach, Maryland. Oh, that's interesting. Let's have a look at that. Excuse me, Harvey. So we'll put that up. So yeah, I don't want things that are really well known and lots of history. I've actually been to the Tower of London. It is quite an interesting place, and it has Severina Park, Maryland, USA. Yeah. Mcgowathy Inn, Mcgowathy Beach. There we go. Is there a specific building there or something, or an inn or something there? Is it just the whole? It's a tiny little beach. If this is the place you look at, the tiny little beach. It's like 10, 20 meters. Is it a private beach? Or is it just the whole area? Hi, Katie, you're back. What's the theme tonight? Haunted Places, Marie Henson. This is my Not Quite Friday the 13th spooky special. So if you know somewhere, that, as long as it's not, super well known all over the place, yeah, I'll go in and have a look. So I've got a few places lined up already. What is it about Mcgowathy Beach that is there a particular place there? Cardamancy? Is there a particular place? Or is it this particular little beach that's a bit creepy? Is there, I think there's an inn or something there, isn't there? Public, the whole area is weird. You wish you remembered the house with the spirit that went through me and the wife. Oh, that's all right, sweetheart. Bodies on the beach. So this tiny little beach, it's about 20 meters, 20, 30 meters, maybe 40 meters long at the most, because there's only that tiny little beach there. Interesting. Oh, there's some more photos. I mean, it's a beautiful looking area. Is that a private beach, that tiny little beach? Interesting. I'll see what I can pick up there. $4 to $6 per year. Oh, oh my goodness. Do you want to know why that seems to be so many? The beach is public. Oh. Okay, maybe we can see something about why it's such a. It seems such a magnet for that. Yeah. Hey, Sharon Side. Now, I'm gonna make a start. So I got the. Again, it's unusual. There doesn't seem to be any photos of this place. Or photos, and there's only one photo. That's really interesting. Vibes this type. So there's not much to work with, but stone. Is it the Craig? Is it the offices? Yeah, it's like a building of offices and stuff with an archway in it. Okay, so hi, Human Generic. I'm going to share the screen as per usual. Which one works better, guys? I think we'll go this one. So here it is. 17575 or 175.75 Pacific Coast Highway, Los Angeles. Oh, and you've got another one too. I thought there was a second address as well. I'll have a look at that. Oh, what's on Poot's mind? I'm not doing Neptune's other door. Poot's mind. It's just as usual. Just defeat. But this is not political today, sweetie. But I will have a look at him afterwards. When I come back Tuesday. But as usual, it's just defeat, kill, all that normal stuff. Oh my goodness, what an interesting place. Okay. So happened in the garage. Okay. An actress owned it. It wasn't Clara Bow, was it? Did Clara own it, or was it another actress? Hi, Sherry French. Turkish arches. Thank you, Anne Dan Orshaw. Was it Clara who owned it, or was it somebody else? No, her friend. Okay, a friend of Clara Bow's owned it. Temperance. This is even I'm getting there's no extremes of anything felt in this building, but that doesn't mean things aren't felt. You know how in some places people might feel extreme cold or extreme heat or a lot of activity more at night or during the day. It's like the things that go on here, it's pretty much at the same level. There's no extreme. You might feel a little bit of a cool breeze or a little bit of a chill or slightly hotter in some places. Some people might feel a little bit not very off balance, but just slightly off balance, faintly uneasy. There's no real extremes, just feelings. Overall, it's a very even place. Facing the ocean, I think that helps. It's like possibly somebody might be seen looking out the windows if you're driving past. You might see someone looking out the windows up here. But there might not be anyone there. Or see someone on the balcony. It's like once you enter the building, it feels almost nice and even, but you do feel things. King of Pentacles. I think the person who's seen out there is a man. Somebody who was rich. Thelma Todd. I have done a reading on Thelma Todd. She is one of my Hollywood mystery tours. Okay. I did a Hollywood mystery tour on Thelma Todd. So, a couple of years ago now. So you can go and have a look at that. She was married to that gangster. That would make sense. Yep, the rich man. Three of Cups. And again, as a restaurant, a gathering place. Honestly, I do get people do feel, again, no extremes, but a slight chill here, a slight chill there. Often people driving past might see like a figure in a window or someone on the balcony. I'm still getting drawn to the beach across the road, to tell you the truth. I feel like maybe people might actually see Thelma, see her walking down to the beach, like down this pathway. See a woman walking down there, and it might be her. Yeah. So she might be seen walking down to the beach, or they might see a woman walking down to the beach. It's like, it's not an extreme place. You don't feel extremely scared or extremely uneasy, but you do feel like things. Yeah, I cannot remember what I got when I did the mystery tour. But go and check that out. Yeah. I don't think I came up with Roland West. But I do feel if the man was the man, could be who's seen, could be her business partner. I do feel like Thelma was totally drawn to that beach. And it was like, for her, a place where she could just sit and relax and let the cares wash away. Really interesting that this picture, the arches are blocked off here, but here in the 360 they're not. I do feel if you're in this part of the building, you might feel a slight heaviness. Big sigh. You might even hear sighs. Okay. I honestly can't remember who, but yeah. Go back and do the mystery tour. You might even hear sighs. A woman sighing. She really felt a lot of pressure on her, and she loved this building. She loved that she could just cross the road and go down to that beach. Though I don't think those stairs were there when she was there. I think at that stage it was a very narrow road, relatively narrow road, and she could just, not as busy as it is, and she could just walk across. I think she's often seen going down onto the beach. Hi, Shelby, Lisa. Ah. For some reason, there's this road up here. I'm just going to there's a building up there. What is it? Porto Marina Way. It's catching my eye, and my eye keeps getting drawn back to it. This one or the other one? Either private roads, no? Something catching my eye. Yeah, I think it might be this one up here. This place. 17720. I'm really getting drawn to that place. I wonder why. I think that, I don't know why I'm getting drawn to that place, but I am. Hi, Linda Sandoval. Hi, Craig. Deb said. I'm really getting drawn to that house. Hi, J Cat Lady. Rondell Fredgate, hello. I'm really getting drawn to this house. I don't know why. But I feel like very much in the style of the times. I don't know when it was built, but I do feel it was around there. Thank you, my darling. Yeah. Are we hunting wabbits? No, we're hunting spookies. This is not quite the Friday the 13th. It's not quite Friday, and it's not quite the 13th. Spooky special. I just got really drawn to one of the buildings caught my eye, and then so I went up the road on this road, Portobello or something road, Porto Marina Way, and yeah, for some reason I got, and I feel like it's definitely this house, but just to double check, I'll make sure. No, I'm not getting drawn any further up the road. Yeah, this house. Interesting. So why am I getting drawn? What are people here in this house? Knight of Wands. Surges of energy. Interesting. I don't know who lives in this house. And if anyone is watching, I apologize. I just got drawn to it, and I just feel like there's maybe like energy, like the High Priestess. Yeah, this house definitely has some secrets attached to it. It'd be interesting to find out the history of it. Do people hear? I'm getting footsteps. People hear footsteps. The Emperor. And it might belong to the person who first built the house. Yeah, I'm not at that address yet, Craig. I just got drawn to this house. So I thought I'd do a quick reading on it. So the Nine of Swords. And there's some places where you get over in the house where you get quite an anxious feeling. With the Nine of Swords. So this house definitely has some secrets. I do feel that there's footsteps that are heard and they belong to the person who originally built the house. What is the Knight of Wands? I wonder if it had been the site of an investigation at some point. You don't want to know. I don't know who lives here. Five of Swords. Look, this person, whoever haunts the place, they really found themselves, people just turned away from them for some reason. I don't know if it was a huge Hollywood scandal or whatever at the time. I don't think so, but definitely this person was defeated in all ways and just left very much alone. And yeah, their energy is still in the house. I don't know whether anyone was, may have been a financial person, definitely something, there's definitely secrets. But it wasn't a big Hollywood name or anything like that, but there's definitely some stuff attached to that house. But anyway, yeah. Not every house has things attached to it. But the Five of Swords, definitely, their conduct drove people away. I do feel like this was the only place where this person who still walks there felt safe, get away from the scrutiny and stuff with others. I think it might be more to do with financial than anything, people losing money. Yeah. But anyway, all right, I'll have a quick look at the address the second address. And then we'll move on. What's it, Tama Road? Pacific Palisades. Oh yeah, quite nearby. Well, isn't that interesting? I wasn't drawn to the other direction. I wasn't drawn in that direction. $17,411. So we're looking at 17,531. This one. Any further down the road. Doesn't want to go any further. Well, isn't that interesting? $17,513. Ah. Interesting, very interesting. But yeah, I'm not getting anything, darling. No, 17,538. $17,538. I don't even think the house is there. Is the house still there? Very spooky, but yeah. Ah, what's there? There it is. Whew. So this is the house where it happened. I think people hope to see more than do see. I think it's just more attached to the restaurant. Anyway, my darling. The blue doors, he's going the blue doors, yeah. Yeah, because it's people, yeah. The roadways are still public, but yeah, that's... Do people see Thelma on the balconies or hear things? But isn't she put in a car, like they might hear a car running? Queen of Wands. Yeah, do you feel like they might see her occasionally or see a female figure along here? The Queen of Wands. Do they hear a car running sometimes? And maybe see a wisp of smoke or gas, or, you know, with a wisp of like gaseous type vapor. They smell carbon monoxide. Yeah. Yeah. And hear a car running. Yeah. There's the Knight of Wands. And might hear surge of activity like voices and stuff. Possibly even, you know, she girl here, she's playing drums and all that, and maybe even music of the era playing occasionally might drift down, especially drifting down here. Like people, there's some music playing, and they might go for a walk and they'll get to about here and it'll stop. So they might want to see where the music's playing and stuff, and they'll get to about here and it might stop. Okay. I wasn't picking anything up at first, but and stop, take a deep breath, look at the cards, and yeah. Okay, so that is that. Let's see. The Mcgowathy Beach. I'm getting the word comes in as tides, currents. Some of the bodies have been washed up with Mcgowathy Beach. It's where they end up from the river. For some reason, it's just, but it's also like it's unusual because it's so in such a busy place, such a busy area, and people walk down past that house. It's such a quiet, tranquil little spot. And then there's this little beach. I do feel some of it is to do with currents and tides. I honestly can't remember what conclusion I came to in my Hollywood Mystery Tour about Velma Todd, but if you want to go and look at it, it's there. You can go and just put my videos in order from oldest to youngest to newest, and I might make a list of the different things. I think I'll go in and do that at some stage. It seems a risky place for body dumps. I don't know how many of them being dumped there, but it's just like so. What do people feel at the beach? Four of Swords, drained of energy. Drained of energy. Oh, her hubby was a complete jerk. He was a gangster. Or a wannabe gangster, one of those. So if you're in this beach, you can really suddenly just feel drained of energy. children. You might hear children laughing. It's just one of those spots that, because of its location, and it's close to water. It's like right on the water. There's an episode of a wonderful show called Rosemary and Thyme with Felicity Kendall and I can't remember the other lady's name, but she's Pan Dobbs, something. I can't remember, but it's called The Memory of Water. Water carries memories and things, and this is the case. You feel like sounds of laughter and stuff coming off the water, or Three of Wands. It ends up with a lot of bodies as a consequence of just its placement on the river. The Queen of Swords. I think a bulk is just sort of washed up. But I do feel that on one or two occasions, maybe somebody's been dumped there, shove them in the water to get them wet, and then just dump them there in the hope that they might be thought to have washed up. A couple of people have been caught with that because bodies wash up there all the time. Who's to know where it came from, so they might use it. There's been a couple of people put in jail for that, and good on them. Good, that's good. Four of Wands. The feeling I get about this place is that if not for it being there, a lot of these bodies just would have been continued downstream, continued out in the ocean, and never been found. So it's a place of security, really. A lot of these people were found because they ended up there because of the currents or whatever it is that causes it. Bye, Craig Dixon. Thank you for joining. Or are you saying goodbye to somebody else? Deb said. So it's like the spirit is like, I'll be found. I'm going to be found, sort of thing. It's like, but it's still very, very draining, and you still hear like voices, old and young and old, drifting off the water. But they're not voices from down the river like people. They're Eight of Cups. Yeah, if not for this place, a lot of people would have felt that they'd been abandoned by some of these people, but they weren't. Whether accidentally or on purpose, they ended up in the river, and they've been found because of that. So, yeah, it is a very eerie feel to the place, but it's a safe haven. That's all. People who would have been abandoned and never thought of again have been found. Their families. I know this looks like, they're celebrating that. They're not celebrating that they're gone. They're celebrating that they're able to lay these people to rest. And there have been some people who have gone to jail trying to use this place as a a way to get rid of a body and it won't be traced back to them, but that doesn't work. I know this sounds strange, but this place does not allow those people to get away with it. People who try that, they get caught. I don't know why, but they do. So, yeah. But yes, you do feel drained of energy there. You do hear some voices, but they're not carried down from other houses. It's and whispers in your ear. Like if you're sitting here or sitting there, walking out on here, you'll hear whispers around here. Voices that seem to be coming from this area. It's a safe place for lost people. Well, yeah, possibly. I don't know how many times people have to go in and clean it up. It's not a bad place. It's not a horrible place. Yes, you might hear some whispers. You might feel drained. But, yeah, I don't think it's a horrible place. But, yes, I think some people would be made to feel uneasy. Okay, what's next? The St. Francis Hotel. In San Francisco. What did the actor say? When he flew from San Francisco to New York to audition for a play and realized he'd left his script behind. I left my part in San Francisco. I cracked me up. Oh, the room. 1219. No, room 1219. Yep. Okay. Let's have a look at some pickies of the place. So this is definitely all pickies. Oh, come on. Either Google Maps is being a bit of a pain in the butt, or there just aren't any pictures of inside the place. Come on, there has to be. Let's have a look here. St. Francis Hotel. I left my part in San Francisco. Poor Tony Bennett. Okay, room 1219. Images. Virginia Rapp. Yes, she was the actress, Fatty Arbuckle. Yes, he went on trial for her, yeah. I never felt he was responsible. I do feel he was. Nobody really knows what happened. Yeah. But you know what? It's a tragic story. I do not feel that Fanny Arbuckle was responsible for this woman's death. I really don't. She does. He wasn't there to help her. She does. Yeah, okay. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, definitely. Definitely something went in there. When he left her, he couldn't have known that she would die. But I do feel it was a mix of they felt somebody had to pay, and he was a good scapegoat. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was misadventure. Misadventure. It was not murder. It was misadventure. But there's more. There's more to this place than just that story. The Western St. Francis hotel room on the edge of Union Square. 1904. One of the most haunted hotels in California. Yeah, so we'll leave Virginia away, but there's yeah. Al Jolson died in that room as well. Okay. So what is it about the place? It just seems to attract. Just got to check something, guys. You'll have to. He killed me. She died a few days. Yes, she did. She died from internal injuries. Yeah. That is the story. I've got no problem if someone disagrees with something. I've just always felt like there was. Yes, he played a part. And yeah, I do agree with Craig in what he did. Unfortunately, what he did was not unusual in those days. He was just one of many. And if she hadn't have died, he would have gotten away with that. Hi, everyone. I don't know what the history of the land is, but it was built in 1904. 10 of Cups. a lot to do with the family who built it. I don't know who built, what family built it, but there seems to be they very quickly started to feel the effects of having built it. It's something to do with the family who built the hotel. That energy, and they were very. It was very. Yeah, Hearst hated him. Yeah, that is absolutely true. William Randolph Hearst did not like Buddy Arbuckle at all. Then very quickly started to feel. Now, was it because of how they acquired the land? Death and rebirth, death and rebirth. It's like this soundtrack plays over every. I was just thinking, 1921, Virginia, 1950, Al Jolson dying in that same room, President Ford, 1970 something. It's like a bit of a cycle that replays with the death and rebirth. It's like it's on a loop. Justice. It's like some sort of prophetic justice. Like justice has a dark side as well. Double-edged sword. Ace of Swords. It's like the truth is down, 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 down in the spiral, down in this space, down, down, down. It could have something to do with it being a burial ground. Disturbing thing. It's got basements, I think. Could even be a portal. Is this a portal? The Emperor. Did anything happen there around 2000 to 2005? I wonder if there was an incident there. The Emperor. People there are some places in the building where people don't feel safe. The Emperor is about stability and safety, and they don't feel that. Slamming doors. Footsteps when there's nobody there. Some people might have some really, really bad dreams if they're staying in their rooms around 12, 19. or think they might hear screams, muffled screams, or, you know, slamming. But there's other places too. That foyer I saw was someone possibly seen standing if those stairs are still there. Those stairs still there. Yeah. These are where the stairs were, I think. I don't think those stairs are there anymore. There's more. There's just like some people might lose time. How long have I been standing here? Oh my goodness, I've been here 10 minutes. And, you know, the last thing I remember was 10 or 15 minutes ago, and I wasn't standing here, so how did I get here? So some people might lose time. And there are some places, and this isn't just around that room, there are some places where I'm getting drawn back to that lobby, and I don't think these stairs are here anymore. But I get the feeling that some people might feel like they're being watched with the 9 of Wands, the vigilance, that they're being watched. And yeah. Oh no, here the stairs are. Here they are. That's good. Yeah, they're still there. Yeah, so, or are they? No. I'm really confused about those stairs. I feel like they're not there anymore. But people still feel like they're being watched from that direction. And they might look over. No, that must be the stairs. That must be the stairs. Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to stay there. But there's definitely something about those stairs where you might see someone standing there or leaning. Definitely, if you're in that space, you might feel like you're being watched. Dining room damage. A fire in the dining room. Ah. It's just like things are on loop. It is sad. It should not be allowed. You know, in the UK, they every new building There has to be an archaeological survey and stuff. And if they find grounds, they find bodies and burial grounds, that building cannot go ahead until the whole area has been processed. These bodies have been placed somewhere else and given decent interment and stuff. The bodies are all removed. Yes, the ground might be built over and all that later, but they cannot do anything. And they don't get a choice about the survey. They can't not get it. It's done. And if they do come across remains, the work is done, the archaeological work is done, and then they're reinterred somewhere else and given respectful reburials, and then the building can go ahead. And it can, so often, yes, you might have a building or a development going up, but they put that into the planning, that possibility of that needing to be done. And they're all aware of it. Okay, so that's the St. Francis. Definitely, there's more. It's like it's a bit of a time cycle. I'd have a look and see if there's anything that happened there around 2000 to 2005 in that time period. It seems to be like on a cycle. What's this? Hollywood's first scandal. Yeah, no, it wasn't Hollywood's first scandal. It was definitely not Hollywood's first scandal. Okay, now so we have the Ritz Theatre Cinema in Shawnee, Oklahoma. So let's have a look at that. Was that where the St. Valentine's Day Massacre was as well? Okay, the Ritz Theatre, Main Street, Shawnee, Oklahoma. Let's see if we can find some more images for it, because there's no images on Google Maps. So we'll go the Ritz Theatre, Main Street, Shawnee, Oklahoma. Images. It's maps. That's I accidentally hit on maps, not images. So we'll go images. Yeah, I didn't think that it was there, the St. Valentine's Massacre. So let's see if we can get, this is how it used to look. The sign is still the same. Now, I think Katie, who put me onto this, said that people feel like someone touching them. But then I stopped her saying, don't tell me anymore. That's it here, because if I'm right, this is the building next to it. No, it's not. So yeah. No, it's a different one, that one, but Yeah, here it is. It had a different facade back then. Let's see if we can go in and have a look. Thank you to the allocation. Thank you very much. This looks like it's, yeah, I've got a lot of different places about different historical towns in Oklahoma. So good night out at the Ritz. Yeah, okay. I can't seem to find any images of inside the theatre. Which is a shame. There's a lot of Ritz theatres around, but this is pretty. Yeah, so let's have a look. Well, there's a band playing there. Hopefully we can get some more images. Oh, good. There's an Elvis impersonator. Comedy night. And wow. I got a big intake of breath when I saw this wall here. Just the posters that would have gone up. King of Wands. There's a very strong presence in there. Quite often with theatres, the person who built them or owned them or managed them for a long time, they seem to attach themselves to it. And quite possibly, and often the owners often had a delegated seat in the front row. And I think that the owner in this case, I hope Katie's still with us, but if she's not, that there may be seen. Oh, look at the scene. So I do feel like the owner or somebody who managed it for a long time might still be there. Katie, if she's still here, you probably hope be able, because she was on the board for the theatre. Was it renovated at some stage? I sort of feel like renovations. You see, it's got the lizard there. Renewal, regeneration, renovation often brings spirits out. Guns N' Roses band at Elvis tribute. Guy Brooks tribute. Somebody like the Elvis guy. What's going on that time? What's going on with that sign? I wonder if that sign, lights go out on that sign a bit. They have to constantly be, and it's not wear and tear. I don't know. Yeah. Katie, are you still here, my love? Hopefully she'll be able to email me, watch this later if she's not there. So we're back doing the round again. I feel like that sign is that wall, that sort of really maybe some knocking noises. I don't know, they're knocking noises. No. Here's the death and rebirth thing again, which I think is renovations. Generations. It's like people. This theatre's been one of the hearts of the community for generations, and there's lots of good memories there as well. I know Katie said people often feel like there's someone touching them. I do feel there's definitely some stone tape. So you know how things replay. The stone tape theory is that the buildings or the rocks, when it absorbs it and they replay it, it's on replay. And I get this like 6 pentacles, you know, like they're going round and round and being jumbled. I feel like there's a bit of stone tape there, so you might see someone walking or hear and snatch a conversation that might be heard over and over. I do feel there might be a couple of sad stories attached to it that aren't really known. Yeah. So that, my dears, is yeah. Like I do feel like the renovations, especially a step up after some renovations were done, and I do feel that maybe the owner or someone who was a long-term manager is often seen there. As with many things, renovations bring out more. I'm still feeling like noise bouncing back. You know how you're in a tiled room and you talk and the noise can bounce back at you? That's sort of like the stone tape thing, that sort of thing. And you might hear voices bouncing back, but you're the only person in there. But you might hear voices echo off the tiles and stuff. Generations and generations of good memories too. I think in this particular area, I don't know where this is, but it's quite strong. You might hear the pipes knocking too, but that's just water going through it. Let's go back to this. What's going on? We've got yeah. Back at the theatre again. Sort of like, just maybe it's the drum set picture that put it in there, but you might hear sounds of people on the stage setting up, but you know there's nobody in there. It's like, so things being set up on the stage, but there's nobody there. I don't know who these people are, but I just feel like that show would have been amazing. This person's got a voice, oh, yeah, liquid. So this is where and I do feel like those lights play up quite a bit for no reason. And but I don't know, I'd have to ask Katie about that. So yeah. One of those look like Vince Neil. Yeah. Overall, I don't feel it's a bad place. But I do feel like there may be a sad story attached with the young couple there. I got the lovers at some stage when I was just doing a cut, and I felt like there was maybe a bit of a sad story attached as well. So there's a couple of places where I don't know, not sobbing or crying, but a real like melancholy might come over you. I don't know. Anyway, who has got somewhere else for me to look at? Take that off for the moment. Who's got somewhere else for me to look at? I've looked at everything we got. Yeah, not a lot of people not joining me, but hey, look, not everyone's cup of tea, is it? But if you do decide to join me later, thank you for doing so. I do appreciate it. So who's got somewhere for me to look at? We've got a lot of buildings here. Lots of Ritz. I mean, the Ritz has got to be. Why is every house that I move into haunted? You're from a family of funeral home directors, and I do feel like just your empathy with these people, with those who have been lost. And it's not a matter of fault. It's just that they sort of seem drawn to you. So they might have been, and it's not. If it's disturbing you, you can certainly, I'm sure there's people who you can speak to about cleansings you can go through. I do feel like there's a lot of, you're very sensitive to things like the stone tape theory and things like that, to stone tape recording and years and years of looking after those who have gone. It's like they are drawn to you, my darling. Sometimes it's disturbing. And if it's disturbing, find someone who can help you with that particular thing. You are such a kind and generous soul. And your empathy with helping people, giving them dignity and helping the people, the families as well. Plant Museum in Tampa, Florida. Okay. That's part of it. No, but if there's somebody already there in the place you're at, they are drawn to you, especially if for some reason there's a sad story or there's something that's not known about them. But if you feel like, don't let the negative energy, don't let them exist, and do something about them. And they do come out too. Just the energy. And, your parents do. I don't know about your grandparents, but you provide a vital service, not just for those who have passed, but for their families as well. And love and kindness, and that matters. The Plant Museum in Tampa, Florida. Okay. Let's have a look. The Empire Hotel in. I maybe done that previously, Judy Melly. I'm not sure, but it sounds very familiar. In Regina, Saskatchewan. I think I may have done that previously. I'd have to have a look. Okay, but hang on. Bring that. The Plant Museum. Is it named after someone called Plant? I may even have looked at this previously too. Something to do with mechanics or something? The Henry B. Plant Museum. Okay. Wow, I haven't done it before, but what a very interesting place. Okay, and before we go look at that museum, maybe I have. I'm not sure. It's ringing a bell. So if anyone can remember if I've done it before, it was a hotel, yeah. He was a railway? Had something to do with railways? I do feel like I've done him before. Empire Hotel in Regina, Saskatchewan. I didn't press on that, so I just start that again. Empire Hotel. I'm pretty sure I've done the Plant Museum. I'm pretty sure. I think it was a railway or something. He had something to do with the railways. Empire Hotel. Regina, Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan. I'll go back here while that one's loading. Yes, I've done this before. I've done this one before, the Henry B. Plant. Yeah, I have. Definitely. I remember that seat. He likes hanging out in one of those seats and stuff. So I've done this before. It's in one of my previous spooky specials. Sorry, guys. Hey, sweetie, can I have another coffee?
Yeah, I was about to ask how's your caffeine going?
Caffeine
going. Sorry.
Thank you, my darling. The bar is haunted. Okay. Is this it? Judy Malley with the blue? Yep, that's it. Oh my goodness. Interesting building. I would not want to be on that level. It would freak me out. I'm just getting chilled just thinking about walking up on this top level. I think there's footsteps heard on the fire escape. Yeah, no, I've done the Plant Hotel before. So, yeah. Any pictures of the bar? No pictures of the bar. Let's see if we can find it on. Awesome coffee maker in the world. Thank you. Thank Elaine when you're talking to her.
How long have you been on?
Oh, since 10.
10.
Yeah.
Oh. Are we doing a hot cross on Brian today or no?
We can.
Hmm?
We can. I think
I know you really want some hot.
I'd rather we can go down to the Coles or put on a mask and shield and go in. All right, I'll see what I can figure out. Okay.
Yeah.
Just get to mine. There's been some really, really big people go through here. Let's see images. So, yeah, I really don't like that top. I think you'd hear footsteps and running down the fire escape.
Guys become a very anxious guy.
Yeah.
His old age.
I don't like to go and read on the history of these places too much because it's. So I'm trying to find some images from inside the place. Lots of images of the outside. Oh, it's one of those odd-shaped buildings. Okay. You can. No, that's a different Empire Hotel. Downtown at the Empire.
Really?
Downtown at the Empire tonight. West, east, south, north, blog spot, the Empire. Is this the bar? Thank you, my darling.
Could
You used to work on the top floor. Is that where the bar is? Well, I just got, heebie-jeebies. You know, Mum's name is Eleanor. I know. Yeah. I said to tell her thank you. Yeah. That's Albany. No, that's the wrong Empire. So is the bar on the top floor there, or? There's a lot of Empire hotels, that's the thing. So is this the bar? No, bottom floor. The bar's on. But is this it? The chairs move? I don't want to zoom in too close. I mean, people put these things on. But yeah. Has it got offices or something at the top floor? I'm not getting any. I mean, I don't like the atmosphere of the top floor. I really don't. I just it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Yeah, that's the one. This is the bar, hey? I don't want to upset anyone with flashing their pictures there, but if they put them on the web, you know. Yeah, but I definitely feel like you might hear footsteps going down the thing when there's nobody there. Like down this fire escape. And the white and the blue, it's such a. And I think buildings built on corners like this just they tend to attract. I think. I've loved. I mean, they tend to just attract. I've got the feeling I've got. Oh, go look at the Flatiron building because it's on a similar sort of corner type thing. Used to be rooms. I worked in every area of the hotel. Definitely, yeah. It's definitely. I think like you might have felt like you were being watched. Um, Definitely, I'm still getting footsteps down the fire escape when there's nobody on there. The bar, maybe the odd chair being moved and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, this. Yep. I feel like being situated on the corner the way it is. It's sort of like I feel like buildings like that do, for some reason, building is too square. I don't know. Let's have a look. Maybe it was just the angle of the corner, but it reminded me of the Flatiron building, and yeah. We'll bring up the satellite imagery. Yeah, that's it. Now. Yeah, it's not square. It's got that sort of odd triangular shape. shout out to Google Earth too, for these images. There's so many places you can find and track down to look at now that it just would have been almost impossible at times. And then I am a GIS person, so I have what's going on here? A little road for the little guy to Saskatchewan Drive. On McIntyre Street, Saskatchewan Drive. Dropping the little fella here. Come on, hop down. We've got a bit of delay happening at the moment. Probably got too many windows open, that's all. Yeah. I love Corner Gas. That cracked me up, that series. That really did. It cracked me up, Corner Gas. It's, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It is a funny, funny series. And yeah. Hi, Danelle Hagen. Yeah. A rough hotel. Yeah, I should imagine a lot of places in areas. Basically, that you just still, you can be in the middle of this city and just still feel like you're in a wide open space. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah. Mm. Yeah. Okay. I just got into my head, and I've got to follow it. I'm going to have a look at the Flatiron Building. New York. Yeah, Regina, it's a city. It's got a lot of stuff in it, but it still feels like open and wide. And I don't know why I want to look at the Flatiron Building, but I just got the urge to look at it. We had such a lovely time in New York. We really did. I love it. That is from Fantasia. This is the Flatiron District. That's the new tower. And if there's any buildings within it, any pictures from within it. Oh, there's so much history there. It's just inside the Flatiron Building. Oh my goodness. I do feel like buildings built like that on those corners that just, they are powerful. It's a beautiful building. Look at this. This is such a shame. Yeah, what a puppy, puppy. Am I back to the start? Shelby, your things seem to be putting UA on the back of things. Uh, yeah, I don't know why. I just wanted to go look at the Flatiron building. I'm a little bit hesitant to read on it, so I don't think that. Has anyone got anywhere else that you'd like me to read on? It's coming up on 12. I've been had it for a couple of hours. I'm happy to look at one more place. Um, it is a famous building. It really is a famous building. So, has anyone got a place they'd like me to look at? Maybe some place that's in their town. There is a town about an hour and a half, about an hour or so drive east of Perth, called York. It's supposed to have some of the most haunted places in WA. There's an old hospital, there's a graveyard, there's, yeah, yeah, attractions in York. The Motor Museum is cool. Mount Brown Lookout, the Great Wall of York, the Residency Museum. Yeah, I've been in the Motor Museum. That is just so cool. I don't think York Waste Management is a it's a you know, particular. Let's see what we can find in York to look at. Town, it's a lovely town. We've been out there. Haven't been out there in a couple of years, but it is a beautiful town. This is the Residency Museum. I'm drawn back to that place. Oh, I haven't brought up the pictures of it. The Residency Museum. Okay, I'll bring up the pictures. I thought I had them up. So the Residency Museum in York. Just brought the picture up and it was, I felt, interesting. So this is it. Just bring up the satellite image and see what's around the museum. if it's more than one building, which I think it might be. So this is in York in Western Australia. It's just over an hour's drive east of Perth. It is a lovely place. It is a very lovely place. And it's a beautiful town. Yeah. It's got an antique thing every April, I think. Yeah, this is the residence. The Residency Museum. Shire of York, recognised by the WA Museum. Yeah, so it's a couple of buildings. Oh, hi, Zach Town. Thank you for joining, my dear. I do appreciate that. So we're going to have a look at the Residency Museum in York. What do people feel? I haven't heard any stories of it being haunted, but I don't know. I just got drawn to it. It's like, see these machines, it's like they people might hear them, like the sound of them being turned or something. You see the person working. Oh, I'm getting a little bit chilly. I'm getting like, I don't know. Obviously, there was some legal purpose to this place as well. But I'm getting drawn back to those, like maybe just one of those chairs move. Judgment. I think maybe the magistrate might have lived here at one time. You're a Zach Town. Is that you, Shelby? Ah, thank you, my dear. Zach Town is Shelby. Thank you. So, Judge, I do feel like, yeah, maybe a magistrate lived there at one time, which would be borne out by this shackles judgment. And I've got the Three of Cups celebration. If this was a residency for somebody big in the town, it might, obviously a gathering place. That is the Motor Museum, part of the Australia. Convict. This is a convict outfit. You can see because of the there. So definitely there's some. I don't even want to think what they were for. Shackles. And are we back? So this is quite a interesting. I don't know much about this building. Parties. Yeah, definitely definitely some activity related past in its official capacity, possibly as a court. I don't know whether it was ever a court at one stage. Um, yeah, I don't like that chair. I really don't like that chair. Um, we have the young lady celebrating. Um, I do feel like you hear those squeaking like from machines, like this spinning wheel. I wonder if that turns at times. I'd have to find out from somebody. Was it a jail there at one time? I'm not quite sure. So, um, I'm, but it was a residence, so it wouldn't surprise me if it had. Yeah. Yeah. I think it would freak me out. So the museum, this is the museum. I don't know what that other building is about, but I don't know what this building is about. Yeah. Yeah. But there's definitely a few chilly things. But the Old York Hospital is definitely well known to be haunted. The graveyard, all those things. So but I didn't want to go anywhere that was too well known. I just wanted to have a look and see what attracted me, and this place did. It's got a flag out the front. So yeah. So I don't know too much about the place. So and that's fine with me. The less I know, I guess, the more you know. But it is a beautiful, beautiful town. If you're ever here, it's well worth a visit. And yeah. Look, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. I hope you've enjoyed today with some visits to some spooky places. I will, of course, do it again. I do enjoy these. Um, let's have a look. Let's see, York Court Gold. Let's see if that comes up with something. York Courthouse Complex. Okay, so look, everybody, please have a happy Easter. All the best for you and yours, whether you celebrate the occasion or not. That is a time of holiday and family. Please have a safe and happy Easter. I will be back on Tuesday. Unless something huge breaks, I will be back on Tuesday. And yeah, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for the donation and thank you for becoming a member, Shelby or Zach. If you do want to become a member, it's $3.99 a month. US, and you get Hot Topic video, exclusive Hot Topic videos every Monday to Friday, including public holidays. And when I do a pre-recorded video, such as my latest one on the Honsho Masanumi, that latest Hidden Treasure video, members got a chance to see that 2 days before everybody else. So you'd get to see those pre-recorded videos first. And on the last Friday night of every month in the US, so it's the last Saturday morning my time, I do open up and I have a members only posts where you can go and click and come in and join me and have a chat, a face-to-face chat if you want. Anyway, my dears, thank you so much. Love you so much. I will see you again in a few days, and stay safe, stay strong, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay loving. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.